After 18 months of searching for answers, you couldn't blame Caitlin Little if she's exhausted. As she works hard to rebuild her body,
Sarah said she woke up and you were doing exercises in the dark recently.
Caitlin's lack of progress
Answer any questions?
appears to be overwhelming her. This is what happens when you can't remember not just the last 550 days, but the last 5 minutes. Her stationary bike is now a metaphor for her life. No matter how hard she pedals, she doesn't seem to get anywhere.
We've exhausted everything that we can find in town, and then everything we can find in Guilford County, and then everything we can find within the borders of our state. And I've talked to doctors in Colorado and New Orleans and California.
So far, every doctor we've gone to has not turned out the way we hoped. Even when they had the best of intentions, it didn't go well.
So when they finally boarded the plane to see a doctor in Texas,
So we went with I guess a weary heart would be the way to say it.
it's a doctor who works holistically, something the Littles think is essential for full recovery. Although,
In email communications before we went down there, he said the truth. I've never seen anything like this before.
on the trip, Caitlin continued her workouts, kept meticulously writing Post-its and other notes for almost everything.
She keeps notes on her phone of things she wants to remember to do the next day, but we're not journaling. It's just, there's no point.
Caitlin even created a trail of Post-its complete with directional arrows to show herself how to get to the bathroom in the hotel. One of the things they did with Caitlin in Texas is called prolotherapy.
So is that okay pressure there?
Pressure's fine. There's no blood pressure.
Yeah.
Prolotherapy works to heal the soft tissue, something the Littles feel has been a problem for Caitlin since the accident. And so has the fact that they're just finding out about this treatment.
What gets me is that my research indicates that prolotherapy was invented or developed in the United States in the 1950s and 60s. It's been around for 60 years, and yet not one of the doctors we talked to in town mentioned it. It's not that the other doctors are bad people. They're working from a playbook, their standard of care manual, and prolotherapy is just over there off the page.
The morning after her prolotherapy, Caitlin was already showing progress.
It reset the nerves, and within the next few days, she regained a lot of normal range of motion. And now 2 weeks later, all she really has is a little bit of stiffness.
Which is why she was able to bounce out her back door looking much more like her old self. That cloud of pain that hung over her for so many months appears to be lifting.
Strawberries need some rain.
As she picks strawberries with her dad, he tells her she's being a good sport for letting these strangers, who she's been introduced to more than a dozen times, hang around and take some pictures.
Even if I have no idea what's going on.
She even felt good enough to go to prom again and smile for the pictures. And as great as that is, and that she loves being back outside picking strawberries,
Slugs seem to know when they're ripe, too.
there has been a major setback.
Her memory is less than 10 minutes, and the last 2 days it's been only 5 minutes. And we could panic and we could cry, but instead we're choosing to be positive and say nothing changed for 18 months. Nothing worked. That this time we're starting over. Yes, it's hard, but we have a treatment, we have supplements, and we're feeding her body and her brain what it needs to heal this time.